on the Scooble side of things, right? What are the two most important things that if you could just blanket evaluate a pitcher, what are the two things that you're looking for?
A guy who makes 33 starts and generates a ton of swing and miss.
And what's the third? So availability, I didn't really think of, but what's the third?
Availability, swing and miss, and stuff. I don't know.
Strikes. Those
Yeah.
strikes. Scooble does that better than anybody. Like you're talking about a guy who walked 33 batters in 195 innings this year while punching out 241. 33 hitters. He spent the summer months and he went like it was like we woke up in July one day and it was like Tariq Skubal hasn't walked somebody since May 15th. And it's like you want if there's anything that everybody would ask for from a pitcher, and this is what makes Paul Skeens a unicorn as well. And while we're transitioning into this new era of pitching, where these guys have 240 strikeout stuff, but also throw it into red solo cups, which is just absurd, right? It's mutancy athletes that we have. It's DeGrom, Kershaw dominance. Is like if you could blanket tell me I have a pitcher that gets a ton of swing and miss and throws a ton of strikes, I would pay that man whatever he has because that is valuable. That is so valuable, right? We can't predict injuries. We can't predict inconsistencies. We can't predict home runs even, right? All of these factors that kind of come into play, batted ball luck, where the defense is playing. If you have a guy that gets a ton of swing and miss and throws a ton of strikes and doesn't give away free passes, at the worst, when those home runs or that batted ball luck comes into play, there's not free passes. There's not guys on the base pass because he's walked two and then he goes like that. Like that's what has held Blake Snell back his whole career. This is Blake Snell level stuff with
That
strike
was
throwing
better than Blake
ability.
Snell.
Yeah, with strike throwing ability. It's like
Yeah.
this is the prototype of what you want in a starting pitcher.
And look, I don't know if we'll ever reach these heights. Again, we're talking on the track, which is what everyone loves to do when they talk about prospects anyway. Like the track he's on, like his stuff is better than Kershaw's. He's better stuff than Clayton Kershaw did. So like think about the highs of Clayton Kershaw because I would have to go back and this wasn't a Tariq Skubal episode, so I didn't do enough research, but I'd have to go back and look at like where Kershaw was at this age and this many innings into his career and where Skubal's at and what he's doing. But like if I could tell you that the highs could potentially be Clayton Kershaw level, like you're saying, Kershaw in his prime, who's not signing up for that? The Tigers have him. He's there. You are
Well, and even
entering
to
your
to a
competitive window.
larger
Like,
extent, you would take the risk of again, like Clayton Kershaw was able to do of like I will sign this guy with the risk of him not having 99 to 102 in
right.
the tank because guess what Clayton Kershaw did in the second half of his career, adding the slider and becoming a 40 33 33 33 guy and keeping guys off balance with 91, right? Like his ability to reinvent. Those guys are more likely to do that because of their ability to command the baseball, which tells me they have a lot more things going on from a proprioception standpoint that they're able to adjust and able to adapt to the league. That 100% yes.
Right. Like, and like the way we're seeing, like, and Kershaw was never a power guy. I mean, I guess he was early in his career, kind of. It was fastball, curveball. But like, look at Zach Wheeler, right? And we've talked on here about the maturation of him and how as he's gotten older, like he's become almost more command than stuff. I mean, stuff is still insane, but the command is there. And it's like, you're telling me that if Scooble one day is only sitting 96, he's not going to add a cutter? Like, I probably believe that he could and he will. And like, he'll just like, he'll reinvent himself a little bit. And I it should be a blank check. Like the
The
Tigers should be spending $800 million this offseason, 400 to Scooble, 200 to you know what I mean? Like every big name out there should be. Instead, we're talking about the Tigers potentially trading him. So you can do what? You trade Tariq Skubal, then what? First off, the knock on you has been the past couple of seasons that your starting pitching has been Tariq Skubal, and then we're not really sure. And so you're going to trade the one starter, and we just watched a team who, like you said, everyone copies World Series champion. Well, the starting pitcher is going to be the most valued thing on the market this offseason. And like starting pitchers are going to be, I laugh to myself because, a guy like Ranger Suarez is going to get paid like he is an ace. And I love Ranger, and I would pay him whatever he wanted because I'm just a fan. But like he's going to get an unbelievable contract this offseason because everyone looks at the Dodgers and they're going, they basically didn't use a bullpen this whole time. Their bullpen was their starting pitchers. And so the Tigers are going to pivot off that and they're going to go against the grain. Like, again, aggression, Like that's what I wish we would see more of in Major League Baseball organizations is aggression. Because acting like money, you can't operate through bad investments is stupid. Everyone does it. Every business does it. You can do it. I mean, and even more aggression, just across the board too. Like I look at the Jays and the fact that who's their best starting pitcher? Guy who made 4 starts in the major leagues before the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be aggressive with your prospects in both trading them and bringing them up and letting them play. Spend money. That if you want to take something from the Dodgers, that's what it should be. Spend money, be aggressive with prospects in trading them and bringing them up and letting them play, develop in front of you. There's so much risk aversion in major league organizations, and that's why I think everybody's chasing the Dodgers. And again, you have to have a really good organizational structure in place. And the Dodgers, what they haven't been afraid to do is like test the limits of doing things a little bit differently in development. But they've been really good at drafting. They've been really good at developing. They seem like they're completely on the same page as an organization, from like their minor leagues all the way through their major league organization. And if not, they'll just keep winning World Series.
Yeah, they're not done. The comparison to Clayton Kershaw, outside of Clayton Kershaw's 2016 year, where he walked 11 batters
Yeah,
in
it's the dumbest thing ever.
149 innings. 11 batters in 149 innings.
It's stupid good.
Scooble's strikeout rates are similar, if not better, than Kershaw's were at that time, and the walk rates are the same.
Difference
So,
is how
like,
old is Scooble?
28, and during 14, 15, I mean, they're
So
pretty
Kershaw was
much,
already what, though, 7 years into his career, maybe
yeah,
10 years into his
and
career.
he didn't really start to become that strike thrower that we know of, right? The first time he was below 2 walks per nine, which maybe is really good. Maybe I'm just looking at it from his perspective, was that 26, 27 year, which has been the last 2 seasons that we've seen Scooble at. But yes, you're right in terms of he had multiple 200 plus innings, multiple 2.28 ERAs down that stretch. And the 26, 27 years was when he just finally became like, I'm going to get 300 strikeouts and I'm going to walk nobody, which is what Scooble's basically been over the last 2 years. It's been, I'm going to strike everybody out and I'm going to walk nobody and kind of make people earn it. And that was kind of when he transitioned. But to me, crazy concept here, the fact that he doesn't have 6 200 inning stretches, 6 200 inning seasons under his belt at 28 years old means he's worth more.
Yeah, 100%. He has yet to hit 200 innings. I mean,
Yeah.
192 and 195, but still, like, he hasn't hit 200 innings yet. Like, this dude has so much pitching left. Like, this is a guy that we could be talking about until he's 36. I mean, you're talking
Well,
about the next 8 years.
yeah. I mean, it's his rise to success is a little bit more DeGrom-esque than it is Kershaw, because it happened so late. And again,
Right.
obviously, the thing you can't control is injuries. But yeah, I mean, DeGrom didn't, 22 starts at 26, All-Star at 27, 28. I mean, he's actually ahead of what DeGrom was. DeGrom didn't flip that switch until he was 30 years old when he pitched to a 1.7, and obviously was again kind of the similar thing where he's thrown a ton of strikes. And I mean, Scooble has better strike throwing numbers outside of what DeGrom was able to do post COVID, where he was walking nobody. And a little bit better strikeout numbers. So again, you're looking at, when we start throwing around those names, right, outside of injuries and inconsistencies late in the career, which is a risk you're going to take, whether you pay Ranger Suarez, whether you pay Tariq Skubal, or whether you
It's
pay
always a risk.
the fifth starter on whatever team, right? They're all a risk for injury. Go be aggressive with that.